as Chair of the Board of Trustees of Northwest State Community College, I now declare this 45th annual commencement to be in session.
You may be seated. Welcome to the 45th annual commencement exercises of Northwest State Community College. Today, we celebrate the achievements of all who are graduating. We, your family and friends, and college community have gathered to celebrate with you. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Thomas L. Stuckey, President of Northwest State Community College, who will provide some opening remarks and introduce the Board of Trustees and honored participants.
Graduates, we are proud of you. Proud of you and your accomplishments. By your example, you have encouraged your children, your parents, possibly grandchildren, friends and family to graduate from college. You have completed an important task. You are ready for the next chapter of life. Embrace life's challenges. They often give us our strength. So go forth, hold your head high, for you are on the path to success. Your life has changed, and your life will continue to change. Because of the past, we know that our tomorrows will be different. The world is and will continue to change, and your education has prepared you for that change. Along with today's honors, you have new opportunities, and one of those is sharing, of giving back, of helping another. Give service to others, because it is an indicator of your success. Congratulations and thank you for allowing Northwest State to be your educational partner. This afternoon, on the stage with me are members of our trustee. I will introduce them. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced, starting with Miss Sue Dirk from Paulding County. Sue is the chair. Paul Siebenmorgan, first vice chair from Fulton County. Sandra Barber, second vice chair, Fulton County. John Breidenball, Defiance County. Jeff Erb, Williams County. Robert Hall, Henry County. Gina Short, Williams County. Let's thank them for their years of service.
Prior to today's commencement ceremony, the college held a luncheon for the 2015 Distinguished Alumni Award recipients. These alumni have been nominated based upon their accomplishments since graduation. There were 4 honored recipients this year. First, we have Patricia Frank of Holgate, Ohio, who graduated from Northwest State in 2000 with an associate degree in nursing. She has continued her education and is currently pursuing a doctorate at Walden University in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Patty currently serves as the Chief Nursing Officer for Henry County Hospital. She is an active member of the Northwest State Community College Healthcare Advisory Board, Defiance College Nursing Advisory Board, the Ohio Association of Nurse Executives, and the Ohio Lean Consortium Steering Committee. She is active in her community and is currently serving as president of St. Mary's Parish Council in Holgate. Our second distinguished alumni is Nikki Mosier of Edgerton, Ohio. Nikki graduated from Northwest State in 1977 with an Associate of Applied Business degree in Business Management. She continued her education, receiving both a bachelor's and master's degree in human resources from Defiance College. She is also a certified senior professional in human resources. As the Director of Human Capital for Spangler Candy Company in Bryan, Nikki serves as a board member for the Employees Association of Toledo and is a chairperson for the Northwest Ohio Human Resource Association. Nikki is the first female to be named to the Spangler Candy Management Committee. Our next recipient is Wendy Monk. Wendy could not be present today, and her award is being accepted by her sister, Laura Rensberger. Wendy, a 1991 graduate, received her Associate of Applied Business degree in Office Services and currently resides in Prescott, Arizona. She went on to earn a Bachelor of Arts in English from the University of Washington. A published author, Wendy has written 9 novels, 3 short stories, and has earned 3 national awards for her novels. She is recognized as a top 100 bestseller with both Amazon and Barnes & Noble online ebook stores. As a co-developer of the publishing company Corvallis Press, she has helped to publish other authors in various genres. Wendy also volunteers at local elementary schools, is vice president of the Greater Seattle chapter of Romance Writers of America, and presents numerous workshops on marketing and writing. Our 4th recipient is Jason Sproul of Defiance, Ohio. Jason graduated from Northwest State in 1999 with an associate degree in nursing and continued his education, earning a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from Bowling Green State University and a Master's in Nursing from the University of Akron. He is a certified registered nurse anesthetist and provides services to patients at Fulton County Health Center as the co-owner of Northern Anesthesia Providers in Archibald. Mr. Sproul is active in his community, serving as a mentor for the Defiance County Medical Reserves and Fraternity Order of Eagles. Please join me in congratulating our 2015 Distinguished Alumni Award recipients. So who makes up our class of 2015? The class of 2015 has 352 graduates, 227 females and 125 males. There are 5 post-secondary students from 4 area high schools receiving their Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, or Associate of Applied Science degree from Northwest State prior to receiving their high school diploma. %87% of the graduates live in the 6-county area of Defiance, Fulton, Henry, Paulding, Van Wert, and Williams counties. And the average age of the class is 30. Today, there will be a total of 379 awards given, 286 associate degrees, and 93 certificates will be awarded to our 352 graduates. Degrees and certificates will be awarded to 26 graduates in arts and sciences, 132 in business technologies, 11 in business and industry, 34 in engineering and industrial technologies, 68 in allied health and public services, and 108 in nursing. In partnership with Northwest State, Bluffton University offers a Bachelor of Arts and Master's degrees, and Miami University offers a Bachelor of Applied Science degree on our campus. This year, there are 32 Bluffton and Miami students who have attended college and are completing their degrees while attending here at Northwest State and were former Northwest State graduates. That's the most that we've had from those 2 schools. Will Hayden Mueller please step forward? Representing the class of 2015 today as the class speaker is Hayden Mueller, a post-secondary student who will receive an Associate of Science and will graduate summa cum laude. Hayden has been nominated by the faculty and selected by the commencement committee to deliver the class address.
Thank you, Cindy. Let's see if I can get this right. Okay. Walt Whitman once penned, "A writer can do nothing for men more necessary, satisfying, than just simply to reveal to them the infinite possibility of their own souls." Now, Whitman was a genius, but I think he got something wrong here. Rather than a writer, it is a teacher who reveals infinite possibilities to his or her students. You see, coming into Northwest State, I wasn't exactly enlightened. At 16, I had a narrow mind, big aspirations, and an even bigger head. I thought I had it all figured out. First, it was a straight shot through Northwest State and the rest of my undergrad, then on to med school. After a brief stint as America's top psychiatrist, I'd retire to a life of luxury with my beautiful wife, 3 brilliant children, and piles of cash. Collected as gold coins in a vault to dive into like Scrooge McDuck. Truly, I was on the path to righteousness. It was in this self-absorbed status that I began my journey at Northwest State. I sat in my classes and waved pretentious ideologies around like a blazing banner, too arrogant to realize my own foolishness, too foolish to give credence to any thought but my own. It was actually in one of these classes that I received the glorious slap of humility I so certainly deserved. Composition 2, the bane of unsupported opinions and bigotry. I was arrogant, and my professor recognized it immediately. He called my bluffs and countered them with critical thought and wisdom years beyond my own. With a red pen and a passion for righting wrongs, he tore through my papers and my philosophy, and I was humbled. Throughout my course, my professor stressed the importance of really analyzing arguments, of fact-checking, and of being passionate about what you study. I guess his rants had some resonance because I soon found myself analyzing my own life and learning. Nothing was beyond the power of critical thought, and it made my classes more enjoyable than I would have ever believed possible. All of a sudden, discussion did matter, and hearing the opinions of others seemed more prudent than touting my own beliefs. My mind opened to new viewpoints and people. As I made new friends and found my own niche in the Northwest State community, I realized the importance of these relationships, not just with classmates, but also with professors. That's probably the best thing about NSCC. Every professor makes time for you and makes you feel like they want nothing more than your own success, both academically and universally. I spent so much time popping in and out of the arts and sciences offices that their secretary learned to greet me with nothing but the names of the professors that were available to talk. And it was in these talks with professors that one of them explained to me how careers really work. She laid it out something like this. There's a spectrum of what you enjoy, the amount of money you make, and the workload of your job. The best, she said, had a balance of all three. A livable wage that would allow you to buy the occasional cup of coffee, a job you could love, at times at least, and a workload that allowed you to still be social and sleep on occasion, though the coffee could be used to supplement sleep. She really took the time to analyze my life plans, and she helped me to realize that medicine, though very respectable and oftentimes very high-paying, didn't really seem to hold my passions the way that the written and spoken word do. She urged me to seek out a career that was more than just a job, and for that, I'm forever indebted. She, along with the other faculty in the social sciences, English, and humanities departments, helped to instill in me a love of higher education. I discovered a passion for English and the arts especially, and am now officially enrolled in the fall as an English and theater double major in Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut. Thank you. My professor helped not only with finding my dream school, but also with financing my further education. She read over my scholarship applications, wrote brilliant letters of recommendation, and poured over college website after college website with me. And her hard work paid off. Thanks to her commitment to higher education, I'm happy to say I was awarded a full ride through the Questbridge National College match and will be pursuing my dreams debt-free. Thank you. Thank you. In my experience, the professors at Northwest State have truly shown me what Walt Whitman referred to as the infinite possibility of the soul. They took the time necessary not only to talk to me, but to set me in the right direction. Whether that meant calling me out for the arrogant kid I was, listening to my concerns, or debating if faith really is just the life of young Goodman Brown, they always seem to have my best interest in mind. My professors here have shaped my way of thinking and seeing the world, and they've helped me to find joy in every class I've taken, even if I almost always showed up with a bad head and a very apparent lack of sleep. The faculty and staff of Northwest State truly care about making a difference in the lives of the students here, and I've been fortunate enough to get to spend the last 3 years with them. For that, I'm eternally grateful. Thank you.
Hayden, thank you. You reminded us that our knowledge increases by hearing the opinions of others and opening our minds to new points of view. Our speaker for the 45th annual commencement is Jack Hershey. Jack is the president and CEO of the Ohio Association of Community Colleges, which represents the presidents and the trustees of the state's 23 community colleges. Hershey came to OACC in 2014 after spending 10 years at Ohio State University, where he most recently was the university's Associate Vice President for State Relations, a position in which he managed state government affairs for the university. Earlier in his career, Hershey was Deputy Director of the Office of Budget and Management under the former Governor Bob Taft, and was Director of Finance in the Ohio House of Representatives under the former Speaker Joanne Davison. A Cleveland area native, Hershey holds a bachelor's degree in public policy management from the University of Akron, and he is pursuing a master's degree in public policy management from Ohio State. Hershey, his wife Sharon, and their daughters reside in the Columbus area. It is my pleasure to welcome Jack Hershey as our commencement speaker. Jack.
Good afternoon. President Stuckey, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished and dedicated faculty members, and all of you who make up the family of Northwest State Community College, thank you for allowing me to join you today. It really is a great honor. And most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2015. You are a remarkably quiet and unexcited group, I can say so far. Also, congratulations to all the parents, family, and friends in attendance. You have been a part of this journey, and this is your day to celebrate as well. Now, while I appreciate my glowing introduction, always try to remember that what you know about a person is usually only what they want you to know, or what others have told you about them. Here in the Midwest, we often choose to tell people about our successes and hide our failures. It's just a part of who we are and how we were raised. But that's not true in other parts of the country. In the Silicon Valley in California, for instance, people introduce themselves at a cocktail party by telling people the things they have tried to do and failed at. And their way of thinking, failure is an essential first step on the road to success. And real success will not happen unless you are willing to take risks. And if you consistently take risks, of course, at times you are going to fail. But failure opens the door to learning, and learning is really incredibly important to one's long-term success. A little example about me. You should know that I was an excellent student all the way through high school, and then I got to college. And even though I now work with elected officials at all levels of government on a daily basis, I failed Introduction to Government in my freshman year. But I learned a lot from that failure. First, I learned not to take 7:30 a.m. classes anymore. I also learned to check in with my professor sometime before the last week of a semester. But I really learned better study habits and to better manage my workload for a semester. In short, I learned how to adapt to my new surroundings, and I became a better college student because of it. Had I not failed so spectacularly and so early in my college career, I may have never learned those lessons. And while I hope I still would have graduated, I probably would not have gotten as much out of my college experience as I did. So an early lesson for you today is do not be afraid to take risks. Do not be afraid to fail. And most importantly, don't be ashamed when you do. Be proud of your failures and learn from them. Now, delivering a commencement address is a great responsibility. Or so I would have thought until I cast my mind back to my own college graduation. I remember what family members were in attendance that day. I remember my friends who came to support me. I remember it was a really hot day, and I'm reminded of that right now. But I admit that among the many things I am unable to remember are my commencement speaker's name, his age, profession, or any of the actual advice that was given to me that day. So in preparation for today, I actually called my alma mater to figure out who was this mystery person whose wisdom guided my life in those early days after I finished college. And imagine my surprise when they told me they had no idea who it was either. What this really tells me is that I have almost free reign to talk about almost anything I want to right now. So I'm going to talk about Batman. And not just because many of us look like we are wearing capes right now. You see, as a society, we've become mildly obsessed with superheroes. Right? The Avengers movie opened last week and it's already made $200 million. Iron Man's one of the most successful movie franchises of all time, and I'm not sure Hugh Jackman has done anything for the last decade except be Wolverine. But the undisputed king of all superheroes in our society is Batman. Why does he, above all others, appeal to our society so much? Well, I'll give you my theory. It's because he's not a superhero at all. He's simply the greatest student that has ever lived. You see, Batman cannot fly. He is not faster than a speeding bullet. He is not able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. But if he walks into your class and your professor grades on a curve, you are in deep trouble. Because Bruce Wayne was just a normal human being. People find him inspirational because he's a human who has reached his ultimate potential. He was able to do that because he never stopped learning. Whenever Batman faces a new challenge, and it's usually in the form of some spectacular villain, he begins by hitting the books. He tries to know everything he possibly can about his new subject. And when he doesn't know something, he seeks out teachers who can help him fill in the gaps in his knowledge. When he devises his strategy to defeat the Scarecrow, he draws on his knowledge of chemistry. When he makes his game plan to defeat Poison Ivy, he studies horticulture. And when he faces the Joker, he looks into the very latest advances in the field of abnormal psychology. As such, he is insanely well-versed in a myriad of disciplines. And if he were here today, we could award him degrees in biology, chemistry, physics, computer science, criminal justice, geography, history, and that's just to name a few. You see, in the fictional world of Gotham City, Batman is a symbol of fear, but in our real world, Batman is a symbol of the power of education. So my next piece of advice to you, always be Batman and never stop learning. Because we are all works in progress. I've failed not just once, but many times. I've learned from those failures and I've grown from them because they usually open new doors of opportunity. And you can learn from your mistakes as well if you commit yourself to learning something new every day. If you can do that, you will overcome 99% of your competition in life. Some of you will come back here to Northwest State to take more classes to further your learning. Some of you will go on to a university or get trained by your employer. Or you could just take the most experienced person at work out to lunch every once in a while and listen to them. Now that you have a college degree, it's up to you to chart your next educational course. You'll decide what to learn and from who to learn it. Just commit to keep learning. Okay, now that's enough about Batman. It's time to get serious here. My next piece of advice relates to Superman. Now, it's not about Superman himself because I just told you to always be Batman. This advice comes from the story of a young man who started out as an intern on the movie set of the very first Superman film, one that starred Christopher Reeve. That intern since gone on to become the creative officer of DC Comics and is responsible for bringing all of the superheroes to life in both television and movies. His name is Jeff Johns, and he is undoubtedly talented, and he has a very impressive resume. But don't we all know somebody in our life that is incredibly talented, and yet for some reason that talent goes unnoticed, even though it's plainly obvious to us? See, talent is great, but it can be wasted if it's not paired with other skill sets. To me, what's really interesting about the story of Jeff Johns is not what he's doing today. It's about one single decision he made when he was an intern. It was a decision that set him apart from everyone else on that movie set. It was a decision that made people pay attention to him. He simply decided to run. When someone on set asked Jeff to make a copy or to deliver film or even to just go get a cup of coffee, he would take off sprinting to the destination, get the job done, and then sprint right back to get his next assignment. His simple decision to run got him noticed by everyone. And once they noticed him, they started talking to him. And once people started talking to him, they began to appreciate that on top of some pretty impressive speed, he possessed an awful lot of talent. Instead of staying an intern, the director of the film quickly offered him a full-time job as part of the crew, and his career took off from there. So my next piece of advice, exhibit passion and excitement in your next job. While it's important to know the technical aspects of how to do your job, it is so easy to forget why you do the work. Occasionally go back and think about why you chose your career field and help you remember why you initially had that passion for it. Be proud of what you can do for your employer or your clients or your customers. Because when you openly show that passion and excitement, you put a spotlight on yourself. And under that spotlight, it will be impossible for people to not notice your talents. Now, my last piece of advice is actually quite simple. Whenever you are asked to communicate a message, to give a presentation in the future, to write a memo, or to give a commencement address, be really, really concise. That's advice I plan to start taking this second. You're going to walk off this stage today as an incredible success story. Holding a degree shows the world that you can finish what you start, and it will put a spotlight on the talent that this college knows is in each and every one of you. Exhibit passion from this day forward, and you will soar in the next phase of your life. At times, it will seem that there are insurmountable challenges ahead of you, and you'll experience many failures along the way. Just allow those failures to propel you forward in life. Use them as a reason to re-educate yourself and further your learning, and you will become an inspiration to those around you, just like Batman has. Class of 2015, I know you've inspired me and all of those in attendance today. Congratulations on all you've achieved. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you.
Will the candidates for the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Business, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Technical Studies degrees, and one-year certificates please rise? Dr. Stuckey, upon recommendation of the faculty and in concurrence with the academic deans, I am pleased to present to you the students who have fulfilled the requirements for their degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Northwest State Community College Board of Trustees, I confer to you the Associates of Arts, Science, Applied Business, Applied Science, and Technical Studies degree and one-year certificates, whichever pertains, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities. And in witness thereof, I award you your degree from Northwest State Community College.
At this time, graduates, please move your tassels to the left. The first group of graduates, please proceed to the stage. Remaining graduates, you may be seated. Terry King will be serving as our orator today.
The Division of Nursing. Caitlin Danielle Hall. Hill, excuse me. Logan Louise Colbert, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Alpha Delta Nu, President. Patricia Lynn Bishop, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Vice President of Alpha Delta Nu. Danielle Vela Garcia. Janelle S. Royal, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Alpha Delta Nu. Emily R. Borton. Heaven Elizabeth Weber, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Alpha Delta Nu. Rebecca B. Chester. Jennifer Marie Sanders. Lindsay Michelle Ogden. Kaylee Marie Rolfe. Jacqueline Joe Tepe. Sheena Elizabeth Pretty, cum laude. Barbara Ann Beatty. Danielle Oriana Werner. Sarah Jane Mealy, Alpha Delta Nu. Patricia Annette Kunkel. Monica Ann Kay. Ashley Brianna Martinez. Catherine Ann Brown. Kimberly A. Cass. Amy Marie Lance, summa cum laude. Teresa Christine Gibson. Jasmine N. Brittenreicher, Alpha Delta Nu. Chelsea Shaw Crowell. Tara Lynn Godsey. Allison Heather Saylor. Erin Danielle Steffi. Shirley Jean Hart. Keisha Renee Schutz. Jessica Suzanne Nichols. Janine Nicole Hussey. Jacob Dean Suman, cum laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Devin Connor Shannon, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Alpha Delta Nu. Kylie Ann Palicki, Alpha Delta Nu. Elizabeth Nicole Coombs. Kenya Marie Cardan. Karina Crystal Haggerty. Sarah Marie Sutton, Alpha Delta Nu. Michelle Ann Morehouse, Alpha Delta Nu. Jessica Lynn Wise, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Alpha Delta Nu. Alexis Marie Kieber. Brandy Lynn Burdett, cum laude. Brittany Ann Ludeman, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Isabel Yvette Perez. Jessica Lynn Herzl. Melissa L. Melendez. Now the graduates from Allied Health and Public Services. Megan Marie Wiles, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Kusira Marie Hall. Chelsea Elizabeth Showman. Tiffany Marie Flory. Marissa Christine Scarberry. Ashley Kate Delaney, cum laude. Tessa Christine Bruner. Brandy Krista Carr, excuse me. Anne Marie France. Brooke Elizabeth Norris. Brittany Nicole Opsummer, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Stephanie Leanne Baum. Corey Marie Orta. Phyllis Jean Helms. Catherine R. Black. Christina Marie Johnson. Mary Beth Moore. Beth Lynn Wilde. Edward E. Jimenez. Danielle M. Moore. Jordan Marie Seidel. Ashley Marie Seitz. Brittany Ann Walker. Lauren May Crutch. Natasha Naomi Giles, Phi Theta Kappa. Rebecca Ann Fowle. Angela Marie Rutledge, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Sarah Renee Stark. Amber Lindsay Lohr. Taylor Ruth Meeker. Natalie Sue Short. Paige Lynn Warnemont. Victoria Bernadine Burkhart. Sandra Lynn Ahrensberg, summa cum laude. Melanie Frances Landwehr, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Amanda Jane Walfogel, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Shannon Lee Reese. Jessica Nicole Langham. Amber Lynn Barnett. Victoria June Molefield. Kimberly Elizabeth Livingston. Alana Jo Pereira, magna cum laude. Kendall R. Darrow. Danny Hernandez. And now the graduation from the business division. Emily R. Miller. Stephanie R. Paulette. Chase Robert Cron. Joshua Scott Sines. Amanda Darlene Saltzman. Ethan M. Plummer, magna cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Gregory J. Hall, cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Ashley Kayla Shakow, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Gregory Allen Hahn. Thomas Joseph Leiden. Gage Michael Thompson. Regina Gay Vance. Jennifer Elizabeth Lambert. Martha Faye Dennison, summa cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Jonna Sorgenfrey, magna cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Landon Kenneth Johnson. Kelly Joe Borton, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Cynthia Marie Roberts, magna cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Catherine Hahn. Brittany Renee Brown, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Taryn Michelle Witchman. Jamie Lynn Ryan. Misty M. Graham, cum laude. Michael A. Sager, cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Amy Elizabeth Lero. Loretta Torres. Shannon Io Strauss, cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Gail A. Fenter. Taylor Ann Zedeker. Alexis Morgan Wildenberg. Candy Albert. Pamela S. Euler. Kelly Joe Dietz. Tammy Jean Flory. Laura J. Mail. Erica F. Murray. Lindsay Marie Heath, magna cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Myrta Fuentes. Rita Bowling. Faith C. Zuber, cum laude. Amanda Lynn Schroeder, magna cum laude. Jonathan Gouch, magna cum laude. Joseph Jermaine Scott. Brandon James Clymer, cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Sharon Marie Berryman. Misty A. Ankney, summa cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Emily Kathleen Whitman, cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta. Casey M. Gombash, cum laude. Brian Matthew Moore. Miranda S. Nelson, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Nina Faith Long, magna cum laude. Stashay De Pigman, cum laude. Holly Hunter Kosmitter, magna cum laude. Rosalinda Camerdula. Brett E. Spires. Now the graduates from the Arts and Science Division. Amanda Louise Dixon, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Cynthia Louise Brooks, cum laude. Taylor Alyssa Brown, summa cum laude. Megan Nicole Dancer. Hayden Michael Muller, summa cum laude. Wyatt Austin Short, cum laude. Robert Matthew Eikenberry, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. David Lee Wilkes, cum laude. Michaela A. Rube. Melanie J. Hoot. Allegra Ruth Marie Hugg. Miranda Joe Bible. The graduates from Math, Science, and Engineering. April Sue Reynolds, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Lori Beth Ridgway, cum laude. Jody Marie Long, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Billy Ray Garris. Arturo Gonzalez III, cum laude. Christopher M. Zamora, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Another one from the business department, Mark Richard Bob. Back to Math, Science, and Engineering. Hunter James Klingeman, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Sean Fortman, cum laude. Kyle Cameron Fortman. Brian Frederick Bascom, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Benjamin R. Kistner, cum laude. Christopher Craig Skinner. Randy Lee Plum, summa cum laude. Randy? Sean M. Collard, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Nathaniel A. Hathaway, cum laude. Andrew Logan Sharak, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Ryan Scott Koppenhofer, cum laude.
Let's give our graduates a round of applause. Several graduates each year are recognized for their outstanding academic achievement. The Award of Merit recipients are selected by the division faculty and deans and were honored at a luncheon in April. In addition, we also had 2 graduates selected to the All-Ohio Academic Team and the All-USA Academic Team. These individuals were honored at a luncheon at the State House in April. Will the following graduates please stand and be recognized for their academic achievements? Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. The All-Ohio Academic Team, April Reynolds, 2nd team. Angela Rutledge, 3rd team. The Award of Merit recipients from the Allied Health and Public Services, Elena Fiera, Megan Wiles, Shannon Rye, Amanda Wadfogel, Brittany Opsheimer, Lauren Crouch. Arts and Science, Robert Eikenberry, Melanie Hoot, Hayden Mueller. Business Technologies, Jacob Thiel, Cynthia Roberts, Kelly Borton, Misty Ankney, Brittany Brown, Nina Faith Long. Engineering Technologies, Christopher Zamora, Hunter Klingeman, Nathaniel Hathaway, April Reynolds. Industrial Technologies, Clint Perry. Nursing, Amy Lance, Kylie Fiesel, Crystal Anthony Mills, Megan Coughlin. And Student Services, Ashley Chakao. Let's give them a round of applause.
The Northwest State College Commencement Committee, based upon the recommendations of the faculty, is pleased to present the Outstanding Student Award for the graduating class of 2015. This is a surprise. This student graduated today with an Associate's of Applied Science in Electrical Engineering, graduated summa cum laude. Will Hunter Klingeman please come forward? While attending classes at Northwest State, he was a presidential scholar. He was consistently on the dean's list, a member Phi Theta Kappa, and throughout his college career, he supported various organizations and was active here at the college. At our job fair, he received an interim position with General Motors and is gaining valuable experience as he continues his study and continues working. In addition, Hunter is active in church and assists with the United Way at General Motors. It is a pleasure that I present the President's Outstanding Student Award to Hunter Klingeman.
After today's ceremony, you're invited to a reception that is hosted in the college atrium. The graduates will be entering through the A building on the east side, and all of the guests can enter through the atrium through the double doors over here, over the archway. There is also a decorated cake in the atrium for those who would like to take pictures.
As chair of the Board of Trustees of Northwest State Community College, I now declare this 45th annual commencement at an end. Congratulations. Thank you.